We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Cobras and the Blues. Mississippi go to work on ending what's become an 8-game skid. First pitch is next. Ricky Villasquez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Striding into the box, Buford Christian, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is lifted out to left. Marchetti is there. One pitch, one out.
Batting second, the center fielder, Sean McKee.
Now batting, Sean McKee, and he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so. First delivery to him on the way. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matty B, we got a couple of teams right now that haven't been playing very good baseball, D-Row. One of these 2 teams needs to get things turned around and start things off on a good note and win the first game of the series.
It just takes one W to put a good taste in your mouth. I'm telling you, I know both teams come in on a losing streak, but someone finds a gap, someone puts their best foot forward and has a nice outing on the mound. This can turn around super quick.
Paul Taylor.
At the plate now, Paul Taylor. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Taylor is there. 2 gone.
Batting first, the catcher, Jacob Sellers.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jacob Sellers. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now a throw over. Runner back safely. Here comes the first pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, D-Row, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. McKee rounds third and is digging for the plate. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Well, with 2 away, the man on first, he was moving on contact, and he got a great jump and comes all the way around to score on that double. Always nice to snag the early lead, and they've done it here.
So now to the plate, Michael Wright, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the first coming up. Mississippi is on top 1-0. David Lund gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, Matt. And one of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
Into the box, Shelby Marchetti. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They've had a pretty rough go of it of late, and that's being kind. They come in losers of 8 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to find any way to dig themselves out of this current losing streak, then they're going to have to downshift.
And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Batting second, the third baseman, Domingo Benitez.
In now, Domingo Benitez, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Batting third, the center fielder, Max Taylor.
Now at the plate, Max Taylor. And he comes into this one having hit safely in his last 5 games. First pitch on its way. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now a throw over to first. And they got him.
Well, this game is still getting underway, so maybe he wasn't quite awake yet over there at first. Hate to have a guy picked off, but I guess it's better in the first than in the ninth.
The 1-0 home.
2-0.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
2 out, nobody on. 2 balls and a strike.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Ew, is that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. On now to the top half of inning number 2. The Cobras lead it 1-0. So striding forward now, Kevin Landry, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Landry.
Now here's the pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
1-1 is a cutter that misses 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Settling in now, Brad Benton. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Here's the first pitch to him. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Line toward the gap in left center. Marchetti arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Batting it, the second baseman, Suarez.
Into the box now, Glenn Suarez. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
The 0-1. This is lifted out to left. Marchetti is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, David Lund.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, David Lund, and a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball well outside. The 1-0.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
3-0 now.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
3-0. Here it is. And they'll just lay the slurve in there, and it's 3-1. Landry at second with 2 down. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His first home run of the season, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Ah, man, that swing right there, Dan, that had to feel good. You're facing an elite starter. You don't know if you're even going to get wood on the baseball today.
You know, that'll rattle you a little bit. This guy's been throwing the ball great, one of the top pitchers in the game. He's not used to guys barreling him up and hitting him in the seats.
Into the box now, Buford Christian. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
At the ball.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Hit in the air out to center field. Taylor will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. The Cobras on top 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Shuhei Ogawa.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Now pitch on the way. And that misses. 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now. 3-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Hit softly down the line at first. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Another full count pitch home. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Sellers finds it. Throw down to first. 1 away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Tony Rossi batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch on its way. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Smoked on the ground up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to something, some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Just keeping him close. To the plate now, Mark Middleton. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 287 the average coming in. 8 home runs and 15 RBIs. The 0-1. Fouled away. Here it comes on 0-2. Fouled off. Runners on first with 1 down. Struck him out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him. And watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Into the box, Greg Siebel, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Set with the 0-1. He swings and misses. Throw down. Not in time as he steals second. 2 out here and a runner at second. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Digging in for his second at-bat, Sean McKee. He reached on a single in his first try.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
High in the air out to center field. Taylor has it, and it's a quick out, number 1.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Paul Taylor.
Striding in once again, Paul Taylor. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him. Late swing there at the breaking ball. Must have been looking for something else. 1 out, nobody on. Hit high and deep out to left center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the catcher, Jacob Sellers.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jacob Sellers. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And there's ball 1. The ballman 2 strikes.
Super important situation right here for the pitcher to go 1-2-3. Get back in the dugout, regroup. He struggled early, but if he can knock out this 1-2-3 inning, I think he can right the ship.
And that misses 2-2. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And he's going to make the catch. And he paid a big price for it, too, as he crashes headlong into the wall. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Bottom of the third now, and now it'll be the catcher, Trevor Erickson.
Trevor Erickson.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0. Two balls, no strikes.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And it's fouled away. And he fouls this one off. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
At the plate now, Ricky Villacis. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 2-2. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And the payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts and all.
Standing in, Shelby Marchetti. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
1 strike to count.
And he misses again. Ball 3. The 3-1. Vinton trying to get there. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 3-2 one more time. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Coming to the plate now, Domingo Benitez. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. The 1-2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Fouled away. The 1-2 down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Michael Wright. First delivery to him on the way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
At the plate, Kevin Landry, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
In now, Brad Benton, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Fouled off. The 1-1.
A good fastball above the belt is normally a pitch that batters love to take a rip at, but that one froze it.
The 1-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. That's back-to-back strikeouts now, as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Stepping in now, Glenn Suarez, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Little tardy on that swing, as it's well wide of first. A runner on first with 2 away. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Long run for the center fielder, and a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Standing in now, David Lund, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Behind 0-2 now. Second and third, 2 away. Swing, and he pops him up. Rossi is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And digging in is the outfielder, Max Taylor. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Hey, this guy's nasty on the mound, and to check swing and not chase that one puts himself right back in the count.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Now look out as that pitch sends him tumbling to the ground.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
So digging in now, Shuhei Ogawa. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Hot shot on the ground to short. There's one. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Tony Rossi. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball
A
one.
fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
1-1 the count. The pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. He's right there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Buford Christian. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Buford.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Got him.
Now back.
At the plate, Sean McKee, a hit in 2 tries so far. First delivery to him on the way.
Nope. Ball one.
The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
2-0.
1 out, nobody on. Outside, 3-0 now. Paul Taylor will be next. .30 pitch. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
The bat, number 3, shortstop.
Stepping up now, Paul Taylor. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on the slurve. Strike 1. And it's 1-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. The 2-1 home. As offered at and missed, he chased it for strike 2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
Here's the 2-2.
I got 3 and 2.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that 2-seamer has a mind of its own.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Jacob Sellers will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. From the belt, kicks and deals. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. First and second now, 1 man out. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up, 1 there on the first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB. Now at the plate, Mark Middleton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The right fielder, Mark Middleton.
First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Greg Siebel comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Right fielder giving chase. 0-2, here it comes. And it's fouled away. Here's another 0-2. And he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
He's got good swing and miss stuff in this game. That's back-to-back Ks, and that was his 9th of the game. If you're striking out 1 or more inning, you're throwing the ball pretty well.
So now to the plate, Trevor Erickson, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Christian is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So they breeze through this half. At the plate, Michael Wright, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First offering on its way. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. Now at the plate, Kevin Landry, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Softly hit out to short. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Hit sharply toward the right side, and that's into the outfield for a one-out hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice two-back.
To the plate now, Glenn Suarez. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw to first in time, but the safety squeeze there gets him a run.
Wow, a perfectly executed safety squeeze right there, and that's such a tough play to defend when it's done right. It can be risky, of course, but not as much as the suicide squeeze. Good call from the dugout on that one.
From the stretch. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. 2 outs here with a runner at third. And that misses 1-1. He waits. Now the pitch. That fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching a pitcher drive in a run.
Slow little grounder left side. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Bronco McClendon is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. 1-1 the count now. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
When you're struggling as a team to put the ball in play, every base hit is welcome, but a double will really help wake everyone up. That's just their 3rd hit of the game, but it's a good one.
It was a walk in his last trip. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0. Drilled to the right side, and that's by him into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, B-roll. Lead-off double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity for them to break through. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
A bouncer up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And they'll get back a run here as they're on the board. It's 4-1.
Hey, that pitch was nasty right there. He couldn't have done any more with that. For him to get a knock on this pitch right here, pretty special.
At the plate now, Max Taylor. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. First and second here with nobody out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. A swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Now back, first baseman, Shuhei.
Digging in, Shuhei Ogawa. Skipper's out of the third base dugout on his way toward the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Gunter takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses for ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. On the ground to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Now back, the shortstop, Tony Rossi.
In now, Tony Rossi swings and sends it in the air out to left center. Center fielder on the run. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as they cut the lead in half, 4-2 now. Striding in, Mark Middleton to see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. 2 men are on with 2 men out. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again.
Great job of running that fastball in on his hands right there with 2 strikes. Even though the batter's able to foul that one off, he's set up for almost anything in this pitcher's arsenal.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Fouled away.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Fouled off.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
The 1-2.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 7th inning coming up. Mississippi. Manny Escalante will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Digging in to try it again, Buford Christian. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. First offering on its way. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he is into second as he kicks off the 7th with a leadoff double.
Now back.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
Into the box now, Sean McKee. And he is frozen on a good curveball that started at his hip at strike 1. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. In comes the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now back, the shortstop.
In now, Paul Taylor. And the indication from the dugout comes, it looks like they're going to put him on intentionally. So that'll set up the double play possibility with 1 away.
Now
Stepping in, Howie Robinson will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only one out in the inning. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Line, but speared on a hop to second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the... Howie Robinson will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the... catching from here out. Here comes the first pitch. Greg Siebel stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Standing in, Trevor Erickson. First pitch coming, here it is. Ripped down the line. This gets foul, it's 0-1. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike two. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Seventh inning here at the ballpark, 4-2 our score. A swing and a miss for out number two, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. The 1-0 home is taken, strike one. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Two out, nobody on. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that'll get down for a base hit. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base. Into the box, Shelby Marchetti, as he would look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Into the corner and slicing foul. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2 out with the man at first. Just got the corner that time with a fastball, strike 2.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So no runs on a hit here. No. Chad Hardy has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. At the plate, Michael Wright. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
The right fielder, Michael Wright.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball. Counts 1-0.
The 1-0 home.
Ball 2. Count is 2-1.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Marchetti is in his tracks now, and he's got it for the first down.
The catcher, number 8, Kevin Landry.
Stepping in, Kevin Landry. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Marchetti will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The third baseman, Brad Benton.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Brad Benton. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball out toward left center field. Marchetti is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Into the box.
Leading off for the Blues, the third baseman, Domingo.
Here's the first pitch to him. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Suarez stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
Now back.
Ready for another chance. Max Taylor. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike one. When you got a great hitter in the box, you got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Bases are empty. One man out. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Shuhei Ogawa.
So stepping in, Shuhei Ogawa. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Benton calls for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Glenn Suarez. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And it's fouled away. even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll keep on to first to record the out.
Now batting, number 26.
David Lampy will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
The count 1-1.
And it's 1-2. Laffey, originally from Mississippi. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. And he fouls this one off. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
They'll stand alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Now the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, guys, that fires me up right there. He stuck his nose in there, grinded out a 10-pitch AB, and delivers a knock. That was fun to watch.
At the plate, Buford Christian, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. That evens it up, 1-1. From the stretch. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. Here's a look over to first. Runner's back. Runners on first with one down. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And this one's in the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And that'll hurt as the runner will move into scoring position now.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
1 out and a runner on second base. Fouled away. Fouled off. There's Here's ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Nick Elmore enters the game with 1 gone in the top of inning number 9. Sean McKee will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. Now a hard liner towards short. Leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Lackey is on his way home. He will score as they extend their lead to 3.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. It takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Paul Taylor comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
First delivery to him on the way. Up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. No play as the run comes in to score, and we're all hoping he's going to be okay on the mound. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And it's fouled away. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And he popped him up. But this will land untouched. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation. I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And he is safe at third base as he slides in just better than the tag.
Hey, talk about having a productive inning. You like to see that. You like to add on runs anytime you can. And the sac fly here gives their team another insurance run, and they're starting to blow this thing wide open.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a line drive. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Logan Martin comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Taylor is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. 9 men come. Dean Buck gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief. So striding in, Tony Rossi, a hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Hit high and deep to right center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The right fielder, number 48.
Ready for another shot now. Mark Middleton 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ballgame.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Swing and a liner, but foul. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Down and away, ball 1. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Bounce to first, right to him, and he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
And everyone on the team can finally breathe a little bit easier tonight. They finally snapped that 8-game losing skid. Hopefully they can get on a roll now.
8-2 tonight's final. The Cobras jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. David Lund gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian.